Color is immaterial when it comes to Nelson Chamisa. He could choose any color of any kind that he was, and the difference would just be the same. Chamisa has got charisma and eloquence, two of the most powerful factors when it comes to politics and terms when it comes to politics and leadership. Younger people like him, and that is undeniable. Young people like Chamisa, and there's no denying the fact that he is liked by a lot of young people, and most of his support comes from young people. And in 2023, those people who were in the 13 years to 17 years age bracket in 2018, because they were below 18 years, would now be eligible to vote in 2023. They would have graduated into voting. And this would make a very big difference, especially considering the fact that President ED only won by about 300,000. And these young millennials who are likely to be voting, who are going to be voting in 2023, would be constitute a figure of about 1 million to 2 million people, and this could be the difference between winning and losing for Chamisa. You must also remember that in 2018, Chamisa received about 500,000 more votes than his MPs, which means that there are way about 500,000 more voters in 2018 who cared only about Chamisa and nothing else. And that number is very crucial to make you realize that Chamisa is a very powerful brand that sells and sells very well to a lot of people. Chamisa is a brand that cannot be ignored, and Chamisa himself understands and knows this, which is why he decided to form his own party and choose his own colors and choose his own symbols. These colors and symbols have to come with the territory, but what matters is the name Chamisa itself in the end. People will choose where Chamisa is, and that's where they are going to be, and that's where they're going to vote in the end. Which means that you realize that even Douglas Monjora, he might have the power or the league in legal terms, or he might have won the league of battle, but in the end he doesn't have the numbers. The numbers belong with Chamisa. Chamisa has got all the numbers when it comes to opposition politics. Talking about history repeating itself, I think Chamisa should watch the following video. What happened to Tsvangirai when each and Kamba left him is like a full dress rehearsal to what is happening to Chamisa today. Chamisa can draw a lot of parallels and a lot of lessons from what happened to Tsvangirai, and if he can go back and watch this video, because he was also present when it happened, and even when Tsvangirai made this speech, he was present. He would learn a lot from what happened, and although there are differences exist between the two incidents because the circumstances are different, and that this is happening in a different fashion, I think he has a lot to learn from that, so that he can remain calm and unscarred and untouched, and to come out as even more powerful and stronger than before.
The executive council, 3 decisions. 1, ndekuti vanatendai navamwe vake vakafoma pati yavo. We wish them well in their new political formation. Kati vanhu vakaendeswa kuparliament under the name of MDCT. Takuvaita with the Number 3, tinokuda kwezvigaro zvavhurika izvi. Kati isusu vamashakada vanomboita acting secretary general. Acting treasurer. Number 4 and last. Tati isusu takuprepare kuenda Congress MDC. Nana October. Dokumeka sure kuti munhu wese anoenda Congress has been given the mandate to come to Congress.
No one understands better than PT that Chamisa is a real brand and a brand that sells, because BT is hanging on to Chamisa despite the fact that he might not like Chamisa a lot. He realized that if he moves an inch from Chamisa, he's going to be a political nobody. He's going to sink into political oblivion, because he did this once against Tsvangirai and it didn't work. Now he realized that if he move away from Chamisa, it's going to be the end of his political career, and he's going to sink into political oblivion, and no one will ever remember the name BT again. That's why he sticks around, and although he might have different feelings, he will always stick to Chamisa now, because he has learned this lesson once bitten, twice shy, and that is how exactly this behaves right now. So you realize that Chamisa is a real brand, and this brand cannot be killed by wishful thinking or by the formations of different parties to confuse the electorate, because they know their brand and they will always follow their brand.